Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grateful Gratitude. I am Chris Gross from Frito Nation Productions. That's
Frito from Frito Nation Productions.
and this is
Lolo from Grateful Gratitude.
Hey, y'all. Good to be with you.
Sup?
So,
Oh gosh, guys. Well, I have something for you today. But first, I want everybody to turn their phones off and put them away.
okay.
Yours is probably already.
Think
Mine's on silent. Is that okay?
Trivia? You want us to look it up, huh?
No. I want to talk about disconnecting from technology and being present with each other today.
Okay.
So we had a really great message a couple weeks ago at church, talking about how are we shortening our relationships and distancing ourselves from relationships because of our technology, our iPads, our phones. How many parents or grandparents are handing an iPad with ABC Mouse, which I'm guilty, so I can say this, or watching Ryan. Whatever it is that my grandson wants, why am I not sitting down and coloring with him or reading him a book? Why am I allowing technology, not necessarily to be the babysitter, but to shorten the experiences I could be having with him?
That is, it's good, and it is convicting to me personally, in my own life. And one thing I was thinking about too yesterday, Lolo, is how often do we do things for our kids or grandkids because we think it's good for them or healthy, and we do the exact opposite. Like, how many times do we tell our kids, okay, only one cookie for dinner, and then we've got 3 on our plate? Or we try to teach them manners. After anybody does something for you, you always say thank you, you always say please, and we don't do that. And so I've felt very convicted about this lately, where we try to be so good about, hey, you can only have so much screen time every day, and then I look at myself and I go, well, if that's good for her, why isn't it good for me too?
Right, for sure.
And I am, you're going to shoot me for this, because I am the antithesis of what you're saying, because I can't unconnect unless I'm connected. Because if I'm not connected, I'm freaking out. And when I say connected, I don't have to be on it. I don't have to be on it at all. But I need to know that it's right there. And if I need to be connected, if I need to be on it, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can probably go weeks without looking. If you told me I had to go weeks without looking at it, I'm okay doing that, as long as it's right next to me and I know that I'm not going to miss anything that's important.
So if you look back on most of our podcasts, which I'm okay with, this is how society is. We are texting or reading a phone while we're doing a podcast.
Yes.
Right?
Show research.
I'll give you some clips. But here's my thing. I went to teach a class on a Sunday. I was only going to be gone for an hour, 20 minutes to the class, 20 minutes back, and I forgot my phone. I was so distracted, I almost couldn't teach the class. And I don't want to be that person, okay? I really don't want to be so tied to my phone. As a mother, I used to always think when Lexi was a teenager, I got to be available. She might need me, and I gotta. I am much older than you and slightly older than you, but do you remember when we used to just wait for the phone to ring at night?
I don't know how we lived before these things.
Seriously, and what about a busy signal? Do you remember a busy signal?
Yes.
Where we had to be patient and wait till the people got off the phone so we could reach them?
Or call the operator and make an emergency breakthrough.
Yeah, or is it off the hook, or is it really
Do you even know what we're talking about?
landline?
Kind of. Yeah, you can only
Do
use.
you know what a busy signal sounds like?
Give me the sound.
No, you give me the sound.
Is it the internet sound?
No.
I know that one. The dial-up sound.
No, it's not that.
What's the busy sound? Give me the busy.
I can't give it
me
to
the
you.
busy
I
signal.
don't remember it.
It's just a constant
I'll do
beep
it.
that just tells.
Oh yeah, like when a phone's not connected or whatever. Is that what the sound they make today?
No.
I have not used a landline in years.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I've-
don't know that you get a busy signal anymore. You either it goes straight to voicemail, or they click in and they're going back and forth. It's obsolete, really.
Sounds absolutely miserable.
It wasn't though. Okay. What about when we only had ABC, CBS, and NBC, and maybe PBS? We only had like 4 or 5
Yes.
channels.
You don't know what you're missing until you had it.
Yes.
And that's a great example of we didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Because that's what we had. We had one phone line, and we had busy signals. To make it more your style, Chris, later on, we couldn't be on the internet and on the phone at the same time because we had dial-up
Yikes.
internet.
Yeah.
To go with what Lolo just talked about, Sunday was the 40th anniversary of anyone?
I know. But I kind of cheated because I listened to the same thing you did. MTV.
MTV.
Oh golly, 40 years.
40 years.
Now I do feel old.
Did not have MTV. Only had, like Lolo was saying, CBS, NBC, and ABC. And when we got cable, oh my gosh, it's a whole new world.
Or a VHS, like you
Yes.
could record it and look at another time. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you, Chris, since you didn't grow up in this era, we had patience. We truly did. We had patience, and we don't have that anymore. We expect instant gratification. I want to go to Amazon and I want my package between 4 and 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm going to pay $3 for that. And I can't break myself. You know what I'm saying? All this technology has made my life so chaotic and so anxious.
I heard somebody refer to it this way, and I like thinking about it this way. We live in like a microwave society where you want it quick. You don't want to have to cook it on the stove or put it in the oven. I want to be able to stick it in a microwave and in 60 seconds have piping hot food that I can eat. I don't want to have to wait for it.
I want everything always right now.
Yes.
And I want to just go back. What does God say? You know, what about God's timing? You know, I heard something the other day that we were talking about Bible study. You know, God's in the past, God's in the future, God's in the present. So His time is so different than what we know. Why are we rushing ourselves, and why are we pushing ourselves for all this instant gratification?
Yeah. It's good. Patience is a virtue.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband and I just got rid of our landline. Do you
Is
know
that a laziness?
No, do you know why? No, the reason we got rid of it is we kept getting phone calls for the person who had the number 20 years ago before my husband got it, and everything else was crap. I'm sorry to use that word, but you know, I mean, it was garbage. It was like,
Why were you keeping it?
the only reason we kept it is because when it's bundled with your internet, you
Okay.
you get cheaper internet or UVerse service, you know. So it was really just because they bundled it. And so Wes finally said, you know, it's not worth it. And it rings all the time. And we have a smart TV, so then it comes up like unavailable. And it just was never a call for us. So we got rid of it. And I kind of feel sad.
It's a milestone.
It was huge to
Yeah.
me. But I guess I was just kind of thinking back to, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to not include you in this, Chris, but like when I was junior high or something, and Dallas was on Friday night, I think it was, and we'd record it because it came on at 9, and I went to sleep over at my friend's house, and then I could actually watch it on another day because we had taped it, you know. I think back to, you know, it's just like anything in life. You don't know your blessings until you don't have them anymore. But I just think
I'm trying to think of what, like, the current generation 20 years from now will be doing a podcast, because podcasts will still be around,
for sure
about this, and what they're going to say. I can't believe we lived without flying cars.
Yeah. I can't believe my cars were on the ground.
I can't believe, well, you know what? Here's
Self-driving.
Self-driving
Yeah.
and gasoline.
Yeah.
I can't believe they actually put gasoline, a flammable explosive,
Toxic, yeah.
in a car.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that, but I mean, we really lived through some technological advances that really changed the way people are. And that instant gratification, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Waiting for your brother to get out the phone so you can make a phone call.
Yeah, you'd fight. You'd literally wrestle with your siblings to get the phone. But the other thing I want to talk about quickly is we're avoiding conflict. Like, we're not coming face to face to discuss things. We're texting, or we're looking at a text and putting it down. But we have this thing. You guys probably have a cruder name for it, but it's kind of like behind the screen bravada. Like, we are
Keyboard warriors.
there you go. I'm not gonna say it to your face because I'm sitting with you and I might hurt your feelings. But if I'm gonna text it to you and it's gonna be gone, I don't have to worry about it. But how many times have you heard people say, "Oh, I texted for hours, fighting with such and such," or people just will start ghosting other people? How is that building our relationship? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think we could all say that technology has been an incredible blessing in a lot of ways. But there's a lot of ways where it has been detrimental in either the downgrade of relationships like that, or even for certain people, being able to use technology to find relationships when they shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is about, like you brought up, Lolo, it really is about your discipline. And how are you able to use the technology for yourself to where the technology is not using you? And I feel like, and I'm as guilty of it as anybody, I'll stand here and say that, the need to always check to see what's going on Twitter every hour to know what's going on. I feel like that's when the technology is using me, instead of going, I need something, I can go to it now, and I don't have to come back to it for however long.
Well, and this may be for another episode, but the thing that technology, for me, has really done to people, to society, kept them from living in the moment. And where I'm going with it is, happens all the time at sporting events. When an athlete's about to achieve a huge record, let's go back to like Nolan Ryan's 5,000 strikeout, or Adrian Beltre, this is better. Adrian Beltre, who played for the Rangers, awesome dude. His 3,000 hit, which is a huge milestone. If you're watching that game, everyone in the stands was watching it through their phones because they were taking videos of it. So they didn't get to see the moment as it happened because they're already watching it through a screen. And that's just unfortunate because there's someone that took video of it. You didn't need to take your own video.
And here's the thing on that, and what really struck me is because I used to be that way. I wanted to film everything. I wanted to have my own documentation of everything. And then someone said, when was the last time you went back and watched it? And you never do. You never go back and watch it. And so I think that is one thing that I've been able to really work on, is that staying in the moment thing. There's a lot of times when I do take pictures of my daughter, but then there are times where it's just like, for my family members that aren't here, this stinks, but you just don't get to see it, because I want to have that memory, like you said, of seeing her like this and not like this when I may watch the video one other time.
And not only that, there are people that you can see on Facebook or Gram it or Instagram.
Yeah.
That I think spend as much time posting things on their vacation as they actually spend on their vacation.
Yeah. This is probably not a good thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You know who I'm talking to.
It makes me sad when people constantly post selfies of themselves or look at me.
Sorry.
It's no disrespect.
I'm more like, look at my dog.
Well, it's a little different. It just breaks my heart because I feel like social media has caused so many people to get affirmation and love through a perfect pose. And I see it a lot in women, and like I said, I'm not talking anybody down. I'm sure I'm the exact same way because I took a picture the other day with patrol stories, but it's kind of like, I just feel hurt. Like does this make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. They're looking for reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for confidence.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a drug.
It is.
Where you and it happens to me where you come back and you check, okay,
How
how
many
many new likes do I have?
Right.
How many new, how many reactions, heart reactions do I have on Facebook? I mean, I say it's a drug because you post with the thought, how many likes can I get?
Yeah.
How many, well, this person only got so many likes. Look at how many more likes I have than that person.
Right.
There was someone that I used to live with that Collin County is unconnected us now, but she would have conversations with the dog whenever she posted a picture of her and the dog, and she would literally have conversations with the dog talking about how many likes we've got on our picture, and she would keep track of, hey Mandy, oh, that's a dog's name, hey Mandy, that's a record. Our last picture we got 140 likes, we have 150 now, that's a record.
Yeah.
And be very proud that she and the dog have now gotten a record. My phone's ringing, I gotta check
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. What's this podcast about?
Precious message calling.
Okay.
Almost as if.
I thought you were going to answer it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was confused there too. But the thing is, these women are beautiful women with good hearts, and I see their qualities, and I just, you want them to see it too outside
Yes.
the likes, the hearts and stuff.
Yes.
Because I'd rather we spend time building confidence than
Let me
likes.
end on this sensitive note.
Would you please?
I think there are so many women out there, and more women than men, that have no clue what their value is, and have no clue how worthy they are. And it's just really sad. And it's just, part of it is the way we live, the way society is. Part of it is social media. And I think it's even more now than it used to be, as far as women that just, they have so much to offer and they don't recognize that.
And last week at our Bible study, you did a great example of this. It was a very beautiful moment. There was someone in our class that was really struggling, and she had some people beating her down and beating her up verbally, and you said you don't realize how many people you impact, and you saw a change in her face immediately. And so, but that, you know what, that's not with technology, that's one-on-one.
Yeah.
So we'll end it there. That's a good point. So all you women out there, love yourself. So till next time, we'll see you at Grateful Gratitude.